My name is Dick Rao, and I've lived in Fairfield Glade, Tennessee since 1989. I'm 83 years old, working from 60 to 75 hours a week, trying to help 30,000 victims who have lost between $150 to $200 million on the biggest scam in Tennessee in the last 42 years. These victims were deceived by salespersons, inducing them to buy overpriced lots or worthless lots at Fairfield Glade. Charles and Joanne from Kentucky went to Fairfield Glade in 2003 to buy a timeshare. The salesperson told them that they could not buy timeshare unless they owned a lot. He guaranteed them that they would make a lot of money on the lot they did buy. They tried to sell this lot shortly after 2003 and finally sold it at auction in 2010, resulting in a loss of $58,947.68. James and Dana from Hattiesburg, Mississippi were talked into buying a lot that they did not want in 2005. They sold their lot at the same auction in 2010 and lost $42,159.15. These two families lost a combined total of $101,106.83. This development is still owned by the same company that these people did buy their lot from. Part of the scam and crime continues to this very day. This developer's name is Wyndham, and the development was bought by Sendon in 2000 for $728.5 million. Leanne Roberts, the Assistant Attorney General in Nashville, stated in 2005 that when a company buys another company, that they buy all of the assets and all of the liabilities, and there's absolutely no way of separating them. There was a name change in 2006 from Fairfield Glade Communities to Wyndham, and Sendon owned Wyndham. In 1998, there was a third largest security fraud class action recovery in history from Sendon. Executive Kurt Sheldon was sentenced to 10 years in prison, and Chairman Walter Forbes got a 12.5-year prison term. In 1999, Sendon settled a suit for $2.83 billion to disgruntled stockholders for allegedly fraudulently accounting policies. This information was picked up on Google. Wyndham has just put in a $3.5 million building in Fairfield Glade, and I'm sure that you know that the people who buy their products will be the people who will be paying for this building. Beware, beware, beware. I do not trust these people as far as I can throw an elephant. If you do buy, make sure that you get everything in writing. The Better Business Bureau in Orlando, Florida called me about the videos that I posted on Google. I was told that they have about 1,400 complaints on this company. There have also been 3 lawsuits due to my action, and I feel that these 3 lawsuits were each like a kangaroo court, negotiated behind closed doors. Only a small number of people got money back. Why is there a huge boycott being started on a complete state of Tennessee? These victims deserve justice, and this seems to be the only way they can get the attention of the legal system. I've sent thousands of emails and letters to Tennessee senators and House members, U.S. senators and House members, Better Business Bureaus, Chamber of Commerce's, mayors in towns and counties in Tennessee, the FBI in Memphis and Nashville, the Justice Department and the United States Attorney's Office, the Tennessee Attorney General, and a lot of other people, informing them that if there was not a full investigation started on this scam and crime, there would be a possible boycott of the complete state of Tennessee. Yes, politics have been corrupt since the day of Caesar, and the businesses who will be losing money will let the legal system know that this scam and crime has to be fully investigated and prosecuted with the evidence that they will find with a jury trial. This will be the only way that this boycott to stop. We have copies of 1,732 formal complaints that have been filed with the FBI in Nashville, Tennessee, and U.S. senators, and a lot of them with the Justice Department in Washington, D.C., and the United States Attorney's Office in Nashville. I was told by Ian DeWall in the Justice Department and John Webb in the White Collar Crime Section of the United States Attorney's Office in Nashville that if they did get any complaints on fraud, that they have to investigate them. This crime has never been fully investigated, and nothing is being done to investigate the complaints that we now have. I have copies of hundreds of letters that HUD has sent to U.S. senators that I call absolute lies, as HUD states on top of their letterhead that they will protect people from fraud when buying lots from developers. This has never happened at Fairfield Glade, Tennessee. Will Christie, the head investigator in the Land Sales Department at HUD in Washington, D.C., quit his job because HUD was not going to back his investigation of Fairfield Glade. 4 U.S. senators did force HUD to get a dinky little $2.5 million settlement. I've been told hundreds of times that there is a time limit and that you cannot take these people to court for this crime. How can HUD and the Tennessee Attorney General go back for 33 to 35 years on a lawsuit when there is a time limit? This crime was absolutely never been fully investigated, as I have thousands of documents that have never been looked at, and not a single person has asked me to see all of them. Most of these victims are now senior citizens and do not know how to fight to see that the state of Tennessee or the federal government does a full investigation of this scam and crime. Yes, we also sent this information to the governor. All of this information will be shared with 460 TV stations and newspapers in 26 states, including U.S. senators, attorney generals, and governors in 26 states. These victims would like to see millions of people helping with this boycott. Please watch this video called Help Boycott Tennessee and companies to boycott in Tennessee, that you might be able to help these victims. The last video called Business to Boycott will give you the names of 162 companies that have been put on the boycott list, along with their phone numbers and emails. The larger the boycott gets, the sooner we will see an investigation. These senior citizens will appreciate your help. If you'd like to help, please call 931-456-2467. We can also email you the names of the news media for the 26 states we have been sending information to. The Tennessee senators and House members and all others who can help force an investigation. We'll also be contacting hundreds of trucking companies, asking them for help so they could buy a lot less gas in Tennessee. These truckers spend millions of dollars per month, and they can help with this boycott. We will also be contacting up to 5,000 businesses who are within 15 miles of the Tennessee border, who are in the 9 states that border Tennessee. We will be letting them know that they can increase their profits by helping with the boycott. We will be contacting colleges in the fall when the kids are back to school, so they can get involved to see that the legal system does not allow companies to swindle people like their parents and grandparents and get away with it. We will also be contacting unions, senior citizen centers, and organizations in 26 states asking for help. We will try to get the word out that when these people go to Florida and drive through Tennessee to buy their food and gas, before they enter the state or after they leave the state. We'd also ask them not to stay overnight in Tennessee. This would cost the state tens of millions of dollars, as the tax rate are real high in Tennessee. Thank you for any help that you can give these senior citizens.